Anything is possible in this life, unless you choose one. Then what about all the others? If you just don't choose any, then they're all possible. So don't settle. Don't make a choice. It's hard to ignore it. Right now, we're living in a time where possibilities are endless. In all honesty, they were always endless. But the problem is, now they feel even more endless than they ever did before. Think about the start of the day. Roll over, have a nice stretch, and listen to the birds? Wrong. Wake up and check your phone to see 17 notifications. Man, where do I even begin? Honestly, 17 is kind of a low number. Do I respond to texts? Check my email? What's trending on Twitter? Is the Strait of Hormuz open? Those gas prices are insane, man. By the time I even scroll through the noties, I'm already running behind that Rise and Grinder that I just happened to see on IG Reels. He's been up for 5 hours already and he's running off raw eggs. I mean, for sake, man. It's obvious by now that these little black boxes are a gift and a curse. But it feels like we're all waking up to the fact that the curses might be a little bit more prevalent right now. Can we get a gift every once in a while? Everywhere you go, you see video after article after tweet about digital minimalism here, digital detox there, smartphone this, dumb phone that. Headline: your phone is killing you. Here's how. Stock image of casket. Believe it or not, in my lifetime, there was a time where cell phones were kind of rare, and all they really did was flip up, call, and text. At that point, Brick Breaker was a delicacy. Honestly, check the App Store. Brick Breaker still be hitting. Man, how I miss those times. Now these things supply us with a constantly changing, infinite pile of shit to sort through. I really miss when the coolest thing coming from a phone was when they came out with that one that flipped both ways, horizontal and vertically. I felt so cool with that shit. It was like magic at the time. I felt like the coolest kid in school. I was far from it. The social anxiety stopped that real quick. God, hearing myself say this shit out loud makes me feel like a dinosaur. Actually, speaking of dinosaurs, I was watching that Dinosaurs documentary on Netflix the other day. I mean, I'm a sucker for a nature doc, but like high budget CGI dinosaurs with Morgan Freeman narrating? Come on now, man. Come on. This sounds like an ad. Netflix, if you want to pay up, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Anyway, I'm sitting there watching these guys headbutt each other, and I got to thinking, the dinosaurs ruled the world for like hundreds of millions of years. But when you think about them compared to us, they really missed out on a lot. Could you imagine how much longer they would have been around if they knew what a mukbang was? Mukbang? 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 It's mukbang? Mukbang. One of those two. Let me know in the comments. All that time on Earth and they never even got to sniff a For You page. These giant mythical looking beasts got taken out by a flying space rock. And here we are hundreds of millions of years later on the same flying rock. And we're getting taken out by... Checks notes. Fruit Love Island? You tell me who the cooler species is. I know my answer. Okay, sorry, back on topic. The phone thing is obviously... We all know this. The point is that I don't think we were ever evolutionarily or any other errorly prepared for this in such a short amount of time. The scope of both what we can do and what we can consume has increased exponentially, which brings us back to the main point of the video. Endless possibilities. Let's think back to when we were just innocent little youngins. What advice stands out? Which cliches come to mind? Work hard. Follow your passions. Follow your dreams. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I mean, that one we all follow, right? No more negativity towards others in the big 2026, right? The one saying that stands out for me, you can be anything you want to be. Anything is possible. And that sticks with me to this day. My whole life, I've really believed that I can do anything. But word to that little intro sequence, I have not believed in my ability to choose anything. Well, hold on, that's not true. I have chosen things. I chose to be a baseball player, and then a basketball player, and a WWE superstar, and a bowler, and an engineer. Cut the camera. Cut the camera. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. You get the point. Ironically, choosing all these different things really ended up being the equivalent of choosing nothing. I really took that quote literally. Oh, you said I can do anything? Well, what about everything? That's anything, right? Everything is... That's something, right? So let's do all of these things. And then if I spread my time out equally to them, minus mandatory doom scrolling time, that means I've worked towards each of these important life goals for approximately 10 minutes each. I mean, they did always say to work hard. That's enough to be in the NBA, right? No. This could so easily turn into an extended self-roast, which honestly sounds fun. If you plan on sticking around at all, just know that self-burns, That'll be a core tenet of this channel. And if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. Except the NBA basketball part is actually Shane's YouTube channel, which ironically, that's a direct reflection of where my life choices have led me. Once an aspiring NBA player on choice number 43, I was nowhere close. I missed JV in 8th grade. Here I am on your screen on attempt number 143. How full circle. What a versatile guy. That's enough about me for at least 15 seconds. Where was I? Dinosaurs, right? Oh no, the advice thing. You can be anything you want to be. It really is a nice thing to tell a kid. The world is their oyster, and the pearl of their dreams is waiting for them. Oysters have pearls, right? And you know, as a kid, life feels so new, fresh, and simple. The days are long, and they're filled with whatever your little mind can come up with. Honestly, the perfect timing to receive those wise words. And as I said, I really do believe that it's true. With enough focus and effort, I believe anyone can do almost anything. I mean, look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the f does she know about cameras? That reference is just an all-timer. Another core tenet of this channel, references, if that wasn't obvious already. I think the real problem here lies in the lack of a plan. We can do anything, but how do we go about it? Especially as a kid, or a grown-up kid like me. The anything part sounds great, but where do I begin? I think there's plenty of people that were able to figure that out on their own somewhere along the line, or maybe with a little help. No. In fact, I know there are. Why, you ask? Because I've seen these people. Where, you ask? On my bi-weekly LinkedIn doom scroll. Or was it 3 times a week? Well, last month was 4. Who's counting? But me, and I'm hoping many others, just so I'm not alone. We were waiting on that second piece of advice, the follow-up. Where is the instruction manual? I would like to know its whereabouts, and I am asking for a friend.
Not me.
Well, I'm happy to report that I have the manual. So here I am, ready to extend a very popular and timeless adage with my own expert advice. I have now been promoted. I am very qualified to do this. The new advice. You can do anything you want to do in this life, but you have to do something first. Just one thing. Just focus on the one step in front of you. The rest don't exist yet. They will, but they don't. That's the only way to get anything done. Especially if they're big goals, because the bigger they are, the more intimidating they are. And the more intimidating they are, the less likely we are to act. Even if you want to build the Wall of China, the only way to begin is with one brick. I sure hope it's made out of bricks. That would totally ruin the saying. That right there, that's what we tell the kids. Put that on a classroom wall, word for word. Say it back to me, I want to make sure you got it. What, the wall isn't big enough? Okay, reach out to China and see if they're interested. This idea isn't even most useful for kids, even though I wish I heard it back then. I'm thinking of it more so for people like me, who have been in the analysis paralysis stage of their life for far too long. Those dreams are too big. They have crushed me. I cannot move. Please help me.
I am under the water.
I have another cliche for you. It's never too late, even though it sure does f***ing feel that way. Especially when you compare yourself to every new celebrity that pops up that just so happens to be 18. Do me a favor. Do not Google anyone's age. You know how they say don't Google your symptoms? No. Go ahead and do that. Have the health-related panic attack, but don't have the age-related panic attack, the comparison-related panic attack. I've heard that's even worse. I've never done either of them though, so I'm not speaking from experience. It's just what I've heard in the street.
Not me.
Just do me a favor and choose one thing and take a baby step at a time toward it. While this is certainly not revolutionary advice, it is especially important right now because we are living in an unprecedented time for the 10th year in a row. The timeline shifted after like 2016. That was a good year. COVID made the simulation more obvious. The birds are CIA drones, and the water is turning the frogs gay. I wonder how much water it would take to turn a dinosaur gay. Netflix. Boy, do I have an idea for you! So I just want to lay my thesis out real quick. Just a recap. Let's clear it up a bit before we go home. Anything is possible is great yet incomplete advice, and it's in its most literal and difficult phase yet. Navigating through all the hordes of information on social media and the internet is damn near impossible, and the overstimulation is constant. The scope of anything has been increased 100x by the sheer amount of info that we see every day. So it's important to limit what you consume and what you focus on to really be able to do anything. So take some time to close your eyes, breathe, write down one thing you want to do, and take one small baby step in its direction. Just do one thing. Throw out anything for a bit. Remember the classroom wall, the dinosaurs, the NBA, all that good stuff? Now you're good to go. You got this, and I believe in you. And most importantly, make sure to take everything I say with a grain of salt. We are all mostly the same. I am not special nor smart. If I was, I would have chosen one thing and not... What number are we on now? 178? Also, I am not a financial advisor. Watch the Dinosaurs doc on Netflix. This is not sponsored. Netflix, I am ready for my first brand deal. Joking, obviously. Unless. By the way, now that that's over, my name's Shane, and if you like this video, I'd appreciate all that good stuff. Comment, sub. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to be doing this from now on. I'm going to make this my thing. I finally chose it, and I think I'm going to be able to do it. I think I am. To make it my thing. Because after all, anything is possible. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one.